Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I am joined here by my producer, co-host, best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak. How you doing today, man?
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here, live and in person.
I'm present.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
We always do.
I think about that every time. Every time I go on, I think about
O'Reilly?
that. Yeah, that Bill O'Reilly clip.
It's a
I'm
classic.
I get it, though. I get it. When you're trying to get something done and somebody's fucking around and walking around behind the camera, you're just like, fuck.
Shout out Billy Podcast. I recorded a rap song in this studio with the Billy Podcast the other day.
Song?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Was it a freestyle?
No.
Oh, it was.
There were some takes. And it's funny because the best part, go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Because the best part is that he keeps saying first take, like right before he starts. And then on the one where he says, "This is my sixth first take," is the one where he gets it.
Yeah.
So that's the one.
That's a weird thing too. People that have never like recorded music. When I was doing music, you can get in your head about how you're saying every fucking word, and you start listening back, and on like your 88th try, you're like, I don't know how to say anything. Like, I don't know how to do anything now. And it's bad too when there's like a studio of people that you're watching, because it's always like glass. So you're like watching them be disappointed. Like every time you do a bad take, they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh fuck. It's not
I don't
good.
know. It was fine.
That's
I'm here to record something, like whatever.
seeing you.
Who gives a shit?
Transition into a rap engineer would be hilarious.
I'm not. I'm going to tell you, it's not the best recording out there.
Somebody fucking rapping, and then you coming in like, I think we need another one.
It's it's not great.
So what?
I didn't do a great job.
Oh, you.
I mean,
what?
I did the best I could.
Yeah.
But like, I also am just like, here's the equipment that I have. Let's see how to make this work, because
Yeah.
that's how I do it. I'm like, well, how can I make this work with the
you have a
minimal
MIDI
amount of
keyboard.
equipment?
That's basically all you need.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, you load that thing up. We did whole shows with that.
I am missing one vital part, which is any sense of rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have none of that.
It's in fours.
No, I know it's in fours. But if you make me count fours on my own and just stay consistent, it falls apart pretty quick.
That's so crazy to me. That's wild.
I just don't have it.
I know. I wonder that we were talking about this the other night. I wonder if the girls are going to be musical like me. Because it's
Maybe.
like
Is Christina musical?
No. That's what I mean. There's a 50-50 shot.
Is she like not musical in the way I'm not musical, or is she like an average not musical?
She's just average, not musical,
Okay.
I think.
She has the capacity.
Which is weird, though, because my nephew just immediately, like when he was, I think, 3 or 4, I was playing bongos, and he just immediately sat down, and when he was playing, he just started just playing in time. And I was like, that's crazy. He instinctually is keeping time. And the first time he sat down at drums, he goes, and then started hitting them. I was like, why'd you do that?
That's a drummer.
I go, why did you do that? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, what? Like, this immediate was like, 1, 2, 3. He's like, I wanted to get ready. I was like, you've never seen that? He's
He
like,
had to have seen that. There's no way he didn't see that.
I think he was just doing it before he hit it. I think he was nervous to hit the drums. That's another thing. When you tell a kid, you can just wail on these things. They're like, are you sure? Like, everything else in my life has not been able to just whack with
You
a
said
stick.
I have to be nice with everything.
Yeah, so you're telling me I can hit it with a stick.
You got mad at me when I hit the cat with a stick.
Yeah, right? You're like, everything else I've hit with a stick has been a problem. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to be musical. I have no idea.
We'll see. I mean, you're gonna just you're just gonna give them the hand pan.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
They just got ears. That we read a thing on the
Oh, yeah?
pregnancy. Yeah, they got ears. So now they're
so
like,
you've been wasting all this hand pan time playing for them, right?
yeah, I think so. I'm like, damn. So they just now can hear my sweet jams.
I feel like their first words are gonna be grateful and dead.
Yeah, their first word. They're just so. Now they might be over it. That's another thing.
They're gonna say fish in unison for the first time.
Well, it's like my friend just had a baby. Shout out Nikki, and they're such like deadhead fish people. And I was like, dude, what if your son is like completely emo, hates it, like doesn't.
He probably will be.
Yeah, just walks around with like a mohawk.
They just need to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Well, it's like you have two ways. You can play like the Grateful Dead and like shit like that for your kid and they think it's awesome. Or they turn 13 and like, this is fucking lame.
Yeah. I think you gotta. My parents kind of let me, listen to, like, I couldn't listen to anything, but like pop music I was allowed to listen to as a kid. And I feel like when you become a teenager at some point, you just decide all of that is trash. Yeah. And you just pick something new. And that becomes your whole personality for a while.
For a while. It takes over your whole personality.
I went metal.
See, yeah. I went ska for a little bit.
I had a short ska phase. That hit me harder in my 20s, I would say.
Yeah. See, I had older cousins, Danny and Chris. They were like into the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, but they were in it when it was cool. Like when it was first starting out. Yeah, it just looked so cool.
I mean, I
was like a fat, chubby kid in cargo shorts. Like nothing about me listening to ska was cool.
Oh, what is the band called? I saw a ska band at that Christian music festival I used to go to in high school every year.
Nice. I don't think I've ever seen a ska band. I would love to. I'd love to see the specials.
It was fun. Who was it? It was
like 38 people on stage. I always thought I could be the dude that was for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones that was their hype man. Have you ever seen that guy? He would just run around on stage and like lift weights and shit, like fucking
just getting crazy.
Like throw water on the crowd. I was like, I could do that.
I mean, you got a guy with a trombone. You might as well have a guy running around.
I mean, if there's any music to have somebody just running around on stage, like sprinting back and forth, it's got to be ska. I saw a video recently of Sublime. Let me tell you. Back in the day, they sucked. That shit was horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a video of them, and they were drunk as shit, and they were saying
arguably, they never got good, Keegan.
They were going to kick them off the Warped Tour because Lou Dog was biting everybody. There's just a video of them. They're drunk as shit on stage. Everybody's off, and, like, the dog is just running around biting people. I was like, dude, they were a nightmare. Like, they showed up, and the promoters were like, oh, my fucking God, dude. Doing heroin in the bathroom. You're like,
of course.
This is a liability.
I feel like they weren't even doing it in the bathroom. They were like, it's a festival. We can do it in God's green light.
I saw a video, though, and I was like, this is terrible. Like, I know that they're iconic and, like, later on went to be, but I was like, this video, if I saw this, I would be like, this is fucking terrible. Nothing was worse than going to see a band and they're just drunk as shit on stage.
So, growing up, going to Christian shows mostly, I've never really experienced that.
Yeah. My dad said he saw Led Zeppelin, and he said Jimmy Page was drunk as shit and fucked up the solo to Stairway to Heaven.
Whoa.
Yeah. My dad was like, what?
You can't do that one. That's the one that's got to be automatic. That's what
he said. He's like, whoa.
You can mess up any other solo.
Yeah. Stairway to Heaven's a tough
You
one.
can't mess. People are singing along to that solo because they know it so
They're
well.
like, every redneck in a Guitar Center can do that solo. Like, what are you doing, Jimmy? Yeah, that's when you're in a bad place.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, I haven't really experienced it. But also, like, we got to go to some shows, man.
Yeah. I've seen some fun ones. I saw...
well, you need to pick a jam band show coming up.
You pick a metal one.
Yeah. I picked a metal one, and you said no, and it already passed.
Okay. We'll pick another one.
So we're going to wait till the next time they come through. Or we could do... How about this? I'll look up Norma Jean because they're from around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good metal band.
Yes.
We could go see Goose.
Here's the thing. You're gonna enjoy Norma Jean less than August Burns Red, probably. Just so you know, the one you passed on would have been better for you.
I think that's better this way.
Yeah. Dude, Norma Jean is so heavy that they have a side project called The Chariot that is basically the whole thing is that it's heavy to be silly almost. Like it's an absurd level.
As long as I don't get punched. by some.
Well, no, we're old. We're gonna stand in the back.
Yeah, for sure. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get punched.
Yeah, we don't need to go into the pits.
Yeah, have somebody jump on my back and put me out of work for 6 months.
I'm past the pits.
Yeah, you're just in the pit going, hey, I don't have health insurance. Back up.
Keegan, do you think anybody in that pit has health insurance?
Yeah, they're probably all 22. They're on their parents.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Everybody's running around on their parents' health insurance.
But here's the thing. The 22-year-olds you don't need to be worried about because they're in there for fun. They're, using elbows and forearms.
Right.
It's really about shoving for them.
Yeah.
It's the, 35-year-old that has nothing to live for. Yeah. That guy. That guy's there to let out some real rage.
The guy that took a break from his manifesto to fucking come and let loose in the pit.
That guy works 10 hours at a factory. He lives a bad life, and this is where he gets to let his rage out that's not on his wife. Yeah. So he is trying to hurt 22-year-olds.
Like, this is legal.
If you get in that guy's way, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, he's legally beating the shit out of people.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's usually, depending on the show, there's a couple. There's shows like a corn show. It's everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a lot of people talking to their dads.
I mean, not anymore. Probably not anymore. I feel like corn shows now, it's mostly old people standing in the back.
Yeah. My only fucking experience with a mosh pit was at a Slightly Stupid show. It opened up, and I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, I was, right at the edge, and the first thing that happened was I had a beer, and a dude's elbow hit my beer, and it just... I was just like, dude, this sucks.
That's your fault for bringing a beer.
I was at the edge. I didn't get a choice. It opened up next to me.
No, if it opens up, you have to move.
There was nowhere to go. It was like, oh, fuck. I was like, it won't
Shove.
be. I was like, it won't be that bad. And
Keegan.
then immediately elbow into, and that's like a $13 beer, too.
Keegan,
I was like,
once a mosh pit is opened, you're going to have to shove no matter what. If you want to get out, you just got to push your way out.
Yeah.
There's
nowhere to go.
no other choice.
And then people were crowd surfing. And then it was like you would watch them crowd surf into the mosh pit.
Yeah, that's always funny.
Dude, people just getting fucking WWF just...
That's always funny.
Crazy.
That's why, if you're going to crowd surf, never do it at a show that there's going to be pits at.
Yeah, because you hit a pothole.
Yeah.
It just completely...
and you're not going to roll over that pothole. There's no way you're going fast enough.
You hit a pothole full of angry incels that are just punching and kicking.
So
as you're getting up, you're catching elbows and fucking hammer fists.
It's so... But man, when you're young enough to be in a pit, it's a really good time.
Yeah, see, I missed that whole thing.
It's fun.
Usually, when I was that age, I was at a concert just watching it from another dimension.
Yeah.
Struggling to order a water.
Metal shows are cool. The double bass drum thing. That. Yeah. I think a lot of why that's popular in metal, because when it's live, it's so loud that you don't hear that so much as you feel that.
Yeah.
That's all chest, and it's just... It's it feels like it's beating your heart at that rate, and you're like, oh, I got to do something now.
Right. Yeah.
And it's fun.
It's the same thing with EDM shows. I didn't understand it until I went to one, and it's oh, the bass is literally shaking your entire fiber of being.
Yeah.
Just, holy shit. You're like, this is not good for our little eardrums. Can't be.
Actually, I haven't been to a metal show since I've had long hair, so I might have to spin it. The image, is hilarious.
Yeah, dude, you got to. You can't go in there and not. If you don't spin your hair, somebody's gonna spin it for you, bro.
But I have to wait until it's the end of the show, so it's drenched in sweat, and I'm just spraying everybody.
Bro, I told you I got hit with a wet dreadlock.
Yeah,
at a festival. That shit changed my day. Dude, a wet dreadlock came across my face, slimed me. It left a snail trail across my face.
Bro, getting hit with my hair soaked in sweat would be it would be like if somebody took a paintbrush, dipped it in sweat, and then rubbed it across your face.
Yeah, just took a paintbrush and dipped it in somebody's taint.
You just credit carded a guy from the pit with it.
That's horrific. Yeah. Dirty hair is a very specific smell.
Yeah.
There's nothing more unattractive than when a lady comes to kiss on you and she's kissing on your neck and you smell that wet foot smell of her head. You're like, whoa, babe, maybe maybe let's skip this part. Let's do
Yeah.
doggy.
Why don't you tie that thing up?
That's when you're camping. And it's like, hey,
Oh.
if your head smells like that, my balls are horrendous.
Yeah.
Let's skip the old foreplay.
Yeah.
That's why people love having sex when you're camping. I was just like, maybe I'm just too old, you know?
It seems like, logistically speaking, not the best.
I'll catch you when we
'Cause,
get
like,
home.
Oh, because, like, you're in the woods.
Yeah.
The best you got for cover is a tent, which is still on the ground.
And let's be real. You start getting that thing working, I feel like wet pussy calls bears. Like, that's got to fucking, they can smell that thing from a mile, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
They've
Yeah.
got to. And that's your most vulnerable, is being butt naked with a bear. That's the
Yeah.
worst. But that's like on that TV show Alone. That dude was showering, and then he looks up, there's a grizzly bear, and he's like in the river, butt naked.
Oh.
Just looking at a bear like, no.
The worst time to see a bear. Oh, you just hope that it's not mad.
Dude, bears are, I think, what I'm most scared. That and alligators.
Yeah. Dude, alligators, yeah, I
In
don't
Florida,
like them.
Yeah, because the only time I'm going to be around where an alligator is probably when I'm drunk. Like
Well-
on a golf course.
Well, my parents just got a house in Florida.
Nice.
And yesterday they sent us a picture of the backyard, and there was a gator,
How
like, visible. I'll show you the picture. I mean, it's not like
Little creepy,
the biggest gator
dead-eyed
you've seen.
dinosaurs. Yeah, but it's still like enough to take your foot off.
Yeah.
Like everybody says that. It's not a big gator, it's 5 foot. What?
And it's like a little ways away. Like, zoom into this and give me a guesstimate.
Yeah, bro. That's a big ass lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That'll take your foot off.
That'll take your leg,
yeah,
probably.
that'll take your dog. For sure.
They don't have any dogs anymore, fortunately.
Yeah, that's a cat ender. Just death rolling in the backyard with your cat. Just fuck, dude.
Oh, they're playing.
Dude, that's a nightmare.
The death roll, when I was a kid, I didn't understand how scary that was.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know why. I was like, oh, if it grabs, like, you can just spin, right? Spin with it, right? Why not just spin with it? And then I saw it on a
Yeah.
video, like, one time, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
That's-
it's just literally twisting and ripping everything inside
Yeah.
your leg. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
It's pretty bad.
That would be horrific. Yeah, I don't ever want to get bit by an alligator.
Dude, I don't want to touch an alligator. I don't ever need to be within 15
Yeah.
feet of an alligator.
We ate mushrooms on a golf course one time, and the guy was telling us how many alligators were
Yeah.
out there. But it's like, dude, I wouldn't go near the water.
No.
I was just like, no fucking way. If that's an option, I want no part of it.
If there's an alligator on the fairway, I'm skipping that hole.
Yeah, yeah. He said there's a 12-footer on like hole 7. I skipped hole 7.
Yeah.
It's just like, no.
I didn't even look at hole 7.
That's his hole.
I don't even know how long hole 7 is.
He owns it. I have no desire.
I played 17 twice.
Yeah. I'm just out here hitting balls at the driving range. Like, I'm tripping balls. I've been sitting in the fucking pro shop. Yeah, so I went to, just got back from Virginia. We did the baby shower.
Yeah.
I'd never been to a baby shower. That was my first baby shower.
Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, one of one. Which, have you
Wait,
been to a baby shower?
and then you're doing another one?
I know, we're doing one here in Georgia. But have you been to one?
No.
So first off,
I'm not supposed to go to those, remember?
I didn't know. Well, this one was...
I'm more of a, like,
co-ed.
buy a gift and don't show up kind of guy.
See, that's nice. I like that.
But here's the thing. If you're grilling,
That's what I'm saying.
because I think you're talking about wrapping it in with, like, your housewarming party, I'll go to that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be grilling and chilling.
Yeah.
But they play games. I didn't know girls play games.
What?
So one of the games that they
I mean,
played-
girls always play games.
Right. Always playing games. This is how dumb I am. I thought they were talking about, like, Uno. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, what games we playing? We playing Rook? Like, we playing Uno? Spades? They had diapers that had numbers on them, right? Like 1, 2, 3. And each diaper had shit smeared in it. And you had to guess the shit by the smell.
What?
And so it was like a candy bar, too.
Okay.
You're like, dude, your face was like,
You were not being specific
You were
enough.
like, what? Dude, I just busted out some shitty diapers. Guess what my son ate for breakfast?
Dude. What?
You're like, that is buffalo chicken dip. Why are you feeding that baby that? Holy shit. You're like, so on the way here, I shit myself. What did I have at the gas station?
Oh.
No, so they take different candy bars and they smear it into a diaper.
Okay.
And you have to smell it and tell, like Snickers, Baby Ruth. It was pretty funny. Then the one that really got me was they had a scratch off that said, "Find the baby daddy." And so you scratched it off.
Dude, women are so trash.
And there was different pictures. And then my picture was on one of them. And then that's who won.
That was the winner.
Yeah, that's
What
hilarious.
the fuck?
That's so fucking funny.
Wait, you can get your own scratch offs?
I guess, dude. Women are magic on Amazon. Because that's what people say. We got it on Amazon.
That's
I'm like,
on
are we
Amazon?
on different Amazons? Because
Yeah.
I can't find
Do you have
anything.
access to stuff
Where
that we
did you
don't?
get white trash scratch offs? Like, where did you get that? That's amazing. But yes, it was fun. They played games. I had no idea. Her family is fun because I can smoke. They all smoke. It's Virginia, so weed's legal.
Yeah.
So it is nice to just be. I mean, when you're using your mother-in-law's grinder, you're like, this rules.
Yeah.
And then I met her uncle. Shout out Tommy Amato. He's a comic up in New York, dude. This
Hell
guy. You want to talk about quick? So
Yeah.
we were passing out shots, right? So everybody's getting a shot, and Christina grabs it to like pass it to me, and somebody goes, "Wait, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Hey, go ahead. It'll make your baby lighter."
Whoa.
He's like, take some weight off. I was like, whoa, dude.
Jesus.
And everybody laughed and then immediately went, Tommy, what
That's,
the fuck?
that's a banger, though. Holy shit.
Quick, dude.
I want to hang out with this
Tommy
guy.
was quick. Oh, just hilarious. He was one of those people where you wanted to stand next to him in the room because of everything that he was saying about people was so funny. Like, he
That's
was just
fun.
cracking. Like, that's when you know you're holding court, when you got like 3 or 4 people standing around you and you're just kind of like cracking jokes and only
Yeah.
those people are laughing. Everybody else is like, what's so funny? You're like, nah. You know, don't worry about it. You're not in the cool circle. It's cool though. I was like, I can do this. Baby shower. Everybody's hanging out in the front yard. It was nice. Nobody
yeah.
got too fucked up.
No,
I didn't
that's
get too
good.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's. I
Let's
feel
be
like
100% real.
that nobody was really.
That was me. Woo.
You were carrying most of that.
Yeah, dude. They busted out the tequila.
Oh.
I was, yeah. So I was.
So they were
sipping.
trying to ruin
Then
you.
I think somebody took my drink because I set it down, but I was like, yikes. I made that a little stouty. Somebody's about to take a sip of that, like, who is drinking this? Who is this? I was like, somebody got a wake-up call.
So were
'Cause
you
that
just
thing
looking
was-
around waiting for somebody to wince?
Yeah, I was waiting on somebody to be like, "Ah!"
Bro, sipping like liquor when you're not expecting it is tough.
And it was a tequila and LaCroix.
Ooh.
Yeah. I had a lime LaCroix in there.
Did I tell you about? So Patrick does Boilermakers at Mike's. Have I told you
It's
about
tough.
this?
That's tough.
One time I accidentally picked up his beer and took a big old swig right off the top. Didn't expect it.
I mean, you're not expected to taste that much depression.
Oh
in
my
one
God,
drink.
dude.
It's just immediately sad.
I think that was the moment that it really locked in for me what it means that Patrick is a welder.
You're like, dude, I think I'm certified to weld now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, a Boilermaker is a shot of beer and a beer. Or
No.
a shot of whiskey in your
Yeah.
beer.
You take your beer and you get a shot and you pour the shot in the beer.
Or I've seen it done like a Jaeger bomb where somebody drops it.
yeah, but those
and then-
people that's college kids and people who have
No,
real
that's
problems.
this guy that used to go to Ralph's, this little dive bar, and he would get it with somebody. Like if somebody was like, "I'll get you a drink," because he would like guilt people into buying him a drink, or just talk
and then
their
he
ear
would
off.
make you do that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a fun move. I like that.
it was nice because it was usually some guy that's all buddy, you know, talking his ear off. You know, somebody probably did coke in the bathroom, and then he hits him with the old race ya. And if you're not used to chugging well whiskey and a shit draft beer after probably doing a little bumperino.
I couldn't. I would throw up every time,
Immediately, dude,
100% of the time.
Right in his face.
There's no way I could pull that off. I'm horrible at chugging beer. Like every time I've ever shotgunned a beer, I've had to fight off vomiting.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Dude, I remember one time at a house party when we were in high school, this dude, Timmy, was like, I can out funnel anybody. Nobody can beat me. So this dude is funneling beers outside all fucking night.
Yeah, he's battling. He's taken the 100 rounds in boxing, you know?
I mean,
he's like,
true to his word.
I'm going to crush everybody.
One time that night. Like, it was unreal how fast he could get a beer to go down the thing.
But weirdly, at the end of the night, he was the loser.
He was the loser. So I come in from, we're like, dude, that was crazy. Timmy was killing it, dude. We walk in. There's a, like, movie projector. This kid was rich. And he had, like, a projector screen on the wall, and they had this really nice couch. And we walk in, and Timmy's just sitting there, pants pulled down to his ankles, like he's in pre-K, and he is peeing so much. Like, he's being, like, just like the amount of piss that is hitting the floor. Like somebody was standing there with a garden hose.
Is it carpet? Oh, good.
And Trevor like runs into the room and he's like, Tim, what are you doing? You're peeing on my floor. And Timmy was like, Northern. He looks over and goes, just blacked the fuck out. Goes and lays back down. It's like a problem. It's like a 3-towel problem, dude. Like they're trying to clean it up. Next day, he wouldn't believe it.
Bro, that is a carpet cleaner's problem.
Bro, the next day, he wouldn't believe it. He was like, nah. We're like, dude, not only did you pee, you peed like a horse.
You peed all of the beer.
Like somebody was like, oh, somebody let a horse in here. I mean, hey,
man, I bet. Here's the thing. I bet that pee felt so good though.
Yeah, that dream. He probably was a horse in his dream. Hey, I've done it. God knows I've done it. I did it
on
recently.
a floor.
I peed on the bathroom floor recently at the new house.
Whoa,
yeah.
that is recently.
Yeah, at the new house, I had a whole different layout.
I have never, since I was like, maybe when I was a kid, sleptwalked and peed somewhere weird once or twice, but I have never in my adult life peed, like just drunkenly peed somewhere.
Well, mine was I went, because it's like different now. You have to turn to the toilet.
Yeah.
And I was dark in new house.
You just missed.
Yeah. Christina's like, dude, you're peeing on the floor. And I was all drunk. I was like, morning. I'll worry about it in the morning. Like once she said that, I kind of opened my eyes like, oh, man. New house. I was aiming left at the... I did pee one time at Banjo's litter box. I just was, I guess, at the top on the toilet.
Like your logic was like, I can pull this. This'll work.
Yeah,
Banjo pees in here. Why can't I?
I've done that a couple times where I've peed in the middle of the night and the toilet seat's been down and you just hear it. You're like, oh my god.
Nah, I'm pretty good about it.
Yeah, that's after a long day. That day drinking will fuck you up.
Yeah, I also like. I don't get hammered like Are You Garbage often anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't drink like that much.
Well,
I drink less consistently.
Yeah, me not drinking as much has helped because it's like, dude, I'm a cheap date now. Like when you're drinking heavy and your tolerance is up, it's like you can crush beers at a bar. Your tab is like $95. You're like, and I still feel all right.
It gets a lot.
Yeah. Take a little time. Mine is
That's why they like me at the burger bar, because I go in there and I crush 5 or 6 beers.
Mine is those muffins, dude. We brought the muffins back for the baby shower. So we get to the house, right? We drive 10 hours. We get there. I walk in, talking. It's her mom, her dad, and I'm like, is it bowl 30? That's what her dad always says. He's like, hell yeah. So I roll a joint. We're smoking. We're all having a good time, sitting on the front porch. I walk inside. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, all right, cool. So we're going to sleep in the camper? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, awesome. I eat 3 of those muffins. I'm like, what the fuck? It's nighttime. We hang out. I'm drinking a beer. All of a sudden, dude, Nana and Uncle and Aunt walk in. Like, surprise. Dude, I was nonverbal in the kitchen trying to meet Nana, trying to meet her grandmother. Just like I was in the other room, like, like watching myself just like she walked in and was like, you must be Keegan. And I went,
Yeah.
I said, uh-huh. And I like heard myself like, get it together. It was like I was in the sunken place. I'm like screaming from the bottom of a barrel of edibles.
high.
Just like, no.
Yeah.
Just tunnel vision. Nana.
You texted me that, but you didn't tell me the context. You just said I met her grandmother
Yeah.
way too high. And I was like, I feel like it's your fault because you went there to meet family.
Yeah, you're like, dude, that's on you. I was like, no, dude, it was past Nana's bedtime. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I got fucking caught off guard for sure. I was like, damn. It was Tommy. So Tommy met me and was, he was quick on his feet. And I was like, this guy's a problem. Man.
Yeah. You're like, oh, he's about to catch me.
Yeah. He'd been on a train drinking. He's like, what's going on with you? I'm 4 seconds slow.
Yeah.
Because those muffins are fine. 1 is a good dose to be functional. 2 is you're feeling good. 3 is
Keegan, I don't think
nighttime.
you've ever taken under 6.
It was nighttime. It's night.
You've never taken more. Like I've seen you eat 1 and then always within the next hour I'll see you eat at least 3 more.
I mean, they're delicious. That's the problem with them. They're too goddamn delicious.
I think you need to take less out with you.
I do. I
think you need to take 2 with you total.
I need at least 5 to really get going. But you gotta hope it's busy.
You just said that 3 made you nonverbal.
Well, that was at night, and it was after the joint, and I'd driven all day. But listen, if you're busy at work, that's what I'm saying. I'm standing around a kitchen nonverbal. If I'm busy at work and I have too much shit going on, what are you gonna like sit down? No, you gotta either do it or quit.
My favorite was when you had, I think, like 5 or 6 at McCracken's, and then you just did the end of 4 different jokes.
Yeah, I was telling jokes from next door. I was,
Bro, you didn't start a single joke. You just told the ends of them. There was no setups.
I love edibles.
It was all just no context punchlines.
I love edibles so much, but they'll get all over people, especially people that don't drink.
You're people.
Yeah. I gave one to somebody's mom at the baby shower.
Oh, you can't do that.
She saw me eating them.
That's
she was
rude.
like, let me get one. I was like, all right. And then I turned around later. She's smoking a cigarette. Like, I was like, oh, no.
Bro, that was... You should have been like, hey, these are...
She knew what it was.
Did she?
Yeah. I didn't give her a muffin and not tell her there's weed in it. She knew there's weed in it. That's on her.
Yeah, but
We're
those are not...
adults.
But, like, if somebody
Just
sees
walk
you...
by it.
Well, if somebody, like, sees you eat a gummy, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, there's no way it's more than 25 milligrams. I can handle
No,
that.
That's all no.
Right?
You gotta ask.
Bro, you crushed a mother. That
was
poor
fine.
mother.
She was fine.
Like, how old of a mother are we talking?
She's
like,
fine. She's fine. Gray hair. She's fine.
yeah.
She was one of those, like, back in my day. You're like, yeah.
I do think it's funny that my mother has gotten into, like, super, like, ultra low dose edibles because
Yeah.
it legit helps her back.
I mean,
But,
yeah.
like, also... She doesn't like to feel it because she said she's done it a couple times where she's taken a little bit extra. She's like, I never have fun.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know why anybody would do it for fun because it's always scary. So
I wonder what she's doing when it starts creeping up on her.
I know. She from what she's told me, she just has to go lay down. Like she's just like, I
Yeah.
can't do anything.
So
I just have to go lay
what's spinning
down.
through that mind?
Oh, I
She's
know.
laying there, just
I know. It's got to be weird.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought about that.
Actually, that's the only way that we had any edibles at my sister's wedding in Mexico
Yeah,
because my mom brought them.
that's awesome. You're like, dude, mom's the mule.
Yeah.
They never saw that
Because
coming.
she just assumed it would be fine.
Yeah, she's like, thank
She-
you, that's
I'm like, Mom, you flew drugs into another country. And I'm like, I didn't even do that. And
that's
she's
so funny.
she's like, wait, but it's my medicine. And I'm like,
She's
it's
Mom.
Mom.
Fucking Mexico, dude.
Yeah.
She's
Which
like,
I don't know.
That's great.
And then basically we convinced her, we're like, you can't fly home with these for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely can't do that. And she's like, oh, really? I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to eat them all.
Yeah, so
right
we did.
now.
So we did. It was me, my brother-in-law,
Yeah,
and I think 2 of his groomsmen.
that's awesome.
And then my dad was hanging out.
Yeah, edibles with the fam is always fun.
Well, and we were on like a resort in Mexico. So
What
we
better
were
place?
just getting hammered.
That's great. Yeah.
I got so drunk the day before the wedding that I was cripplingly hungover during the wedding. I was so hungover during the dinner. Like, the dinner was the first time that I felt like I could try some of the wine. Because they brought out, like, decent wine, for, like, the best wine for dinner.
Right.
So I'm like, that was the first time I felt like I could look at alcohol enough to have a glass in front of me even.
You just got hammered the night
For
before?
the next day. Dude, just free margaritas all day.
Dude,
All day.
Classic mistake.
Big
you get down
mistake.
there, you're in Mexico.
It's my
Boy.
first time in Mexico. I'd never done
I
it.
get it. I get it.
Never
That's
again.
a famous thing at music festivals.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets there and you're like looking around. And you're like, one of us will make a mistake tonight. I don't know who it is. Nobody's coming out as the front runner yet. But it's like you start feeling good. Them fucking margaritas start going down like water. You're
Yeah.
feeling the mariachi band. Next thing you know, dude, you're at a wedding.
Yup. At least my mom saved it till the day after before she got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she, bro, my mom the day after woke up drinking double vodka martinis.
Woo.
Bro, she had like 4 of them by noon and then had to go lay down for the rest of the day.
Dude, I was like, she was on the Mad Men schedule, dude.
Bro, just floating in a pool on a tube.
I get it, dude. I get it.
Oh,
I do not feel. I get it. I mean,
yeah.
the
I
sun
mean,
will get you.
I can't judge because I was a monster the night before. Like, I made out with a fat chick the night before. I was a problem.
Mexico will get you. Like
I was
that.
Are You Garbage drunk.
Yeah, Mexico will get you like that. I got on a table and was dancing to Michael Jackson and did the full. I did the full kick, nut grab, and almost fell off a table onto another family. And the server at a Cancun like leaping frogs or whatever, it was like, hey, dude, maybe you should chill.
Yeah, I was like talking too loud at dinner the night at night, you know, and it was like a fancy dinner thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I'm deeply ashamed of that day.
That's where you just have to like, you just turn around and go, I'm sorry, I thought we were serving liquor here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's an open bar and I'm the asshole.
You know what a lot of the problem was? That I found most of the beer undrinkable.
So you went what? Just margaritas? Yeah. You gotta have a switch. You gotta have something to tone it down.
Yeah.
You can't go all liquor. That's what happened to me at the baby shower. I was
Yeah.
all liquor and I was like, I'm going 0 to 60. We're not even
Yeah.
halfway through these gifts, and your boy's a little gravitron.
Yeah, I don't really I don't drink liquor unless it's real fancy and I'm sipping it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't, the amount of time that you're going to be at a wedding, you can't keep that up. Like, you can't consistently drink liquor like that, open bar for 5 hours, 6 hours. I mean, you can, but
Yeah.
you run the risk of being that guy,
It's tough.
especially if you're in the wedding, because you can
Yeah.
really ruin a wedding by being in the wedding and just too fucked up.
Yep. Yeah, I've only been like in one wedding.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too much of I didn't mess anything
I
up.
was in my brother's wedding and was giving everybody tincture, and my brother got really upset. He was
Oh,
not happy.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because he
what?
spent all of this time and money planning
Well, first off, I said
for you to
everybody's a little nervous.
for you to show up and just
groomsmen-
space the
groomsmen are a
entire.
little nervous. I said, don't worry. Nobody's going to fall asleep. I'm not giving them heroin. I'm just giving them a little drippy drip of this fucking
Keegan.
vial. It looks a little bit worse than it is, okay?
It's pretty bad.
Like, it's just a little drop of liquid in their coffee. Don't worry about it. Look over
It's
there.
a felony.
I'm like, whatever, dude. So, yeah, everybody had a little tincture. That's a great way to do it at a wedding. Then you're not smelling. I was like, I brought tincture so we wouldn't stink because I didn't want to be smelling like weed.
So thoughtful.
Well, at another wedding, we smoked a big old joint and walked in and thought we were cool, and apparently everyone could smell it.
Yeah.
Like, even my dad in the back was like, I just saw his look, like, because we thought that the walk through, the groomsmen were like, we'll just walk through there and we'll meet the girls in the back. And as we opened that door, we realized it was the entire wedding. We were just like, there's like 200 people.
Oh,
we like look over like. I smoked a baby leg.
The roach is still smoldering next to the door. And the smoke is going
smoked
in.
a fucking baby leg
no.
of the joint too with these people. I just got them.
That's
Fucked up. That was the wedding that the guy went, I'll have a bourbon and Coke, and he just handed me the Bud Light. And I was like, no, I ordered a bourbon and Coke. He said, I heard you. Take your Bud Light, dude. You're about to get cut off.
Yep. You strike me as the kind of guy who has done mushrooms at a wedding.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best. The mushrooms at a wedding is fun.
Really?
Yeah, I did one. I told you I did one, and I didn't realize it was a Catholic wedding, so they had a full mass. So I showed up on mushrooms and I had to sit in a full mass. Just
that's
getting
weird.
Up, getting down. Dude, when they started doing that, they started doing the I started laughing. And the girl I was with was like,
yeah.
just gripping my hand.
Did you have to leave? Because here's the thing. I grew up going to churches. As soon as you get there, dude, that's so hard. It's maybe the hardest thing to do in the world.
The only thing that could ground me was every time I looked at her, she was so violently angry that it was like an aura of fire around her, where she was like, this is not an option. Like, my whole family is here. And I'm just like,
you're just like...
I didn't know that they were going to, for real, be up there doing that. And the guy that's like singing and reading scripture was shit-faced the night before at a Chili's. You're like, what are we fucking doing, dude?
That's what they do.
So
that's how he doesn't touch kids. Drinking at Chili's.
You can drink forever on mushrooms. So at the reception, and I like to dance on mushrooms, so I was in there cutting a rug, dude. I was Bruno Mars.
You were having a good time.
I was on Bruno Mars.
You were having a good time.
Yeah, dude. It's a good one. But my notorious move is at the reception, I'll step outside to smoke a joint, and one person will come and just get leveled. And you can't tell a drunk person enough times, you should probably only hit this joint once. They just will not have it. They will not hear it. And you're just like, night, dude. Get this guy an Uber immediately.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Welcome to the Gravity-tron, bitch. You just got your ticket and didn't even realize it, bro. You're going to have 1 foot on that hotel floor tonight. That's bad. I remember when I got taught that trick.
Wait, what?
When you're spinning in bed, if you put 1 foot on the floor, it can help.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. It can help you out.
What?
My buddy's trash mom in high school told us that.
Wow, okay.
A lady who's had plenty of times on a white Zinfandel swing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't drank enough to get the spins in a while.
She told us one night, I was having a rough night, and she was like, just tell him to put his foot on the floor. That'll help center him on the couch. And I was like, I'll be damned, this woman was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a real
amazing.
trained professional.
Yeah.
She's got a bunch of 16, 17-year-old kids drunk as shit at her house.
They should teach that in the Army, honestly.
They should. It really does help. But a lot of people can't do it in bed because your bed is too high.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, it's a real trash move.
You gotta,
if your bed's on the floor.
Yeah, you got to lay on the couch.
Yeah, no bed frame. That's a tough look. Bed frames are not that expensive.
No.
As single men, we can do better.
I mean, I have a bed frame.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We can
do better.
But I don't have a headboard because it's sex furniture.
Yeah.
And that's icky.
Headboards are very useless.
Well, they got one use.
You need those posts.
The posts? Well, those have a different use.
Yeah, now that I'm older, I'm like, that's wild that people had those in the 80s with a waterbed. Certified freaks, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight.
Never
diddy.
thought about it.
Yeah, dude. A waterbed is crazy.
That's
for Mormons.
Yeah.
So you can just
What is? Oh yeah.
that's
Soaking.
the real soaking. You just lay there and let the motion of the ocean take you.
And then have your friend pushing on the
How
corner.
weird is a waterbed? That can't be comfortable for you. What was that?
I had a cousin who had a waterbed.
Was his back just completely fucked now?
I don't know.
He's just walking around like, like my cousin he's covered in fentanyl patches because he was in a waterbed for 5 years. That just seems like it would be terrible for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look that up. Waterbed injuries. And if one of those popped, that's a house ruiner. That'll just ruin your master bedroom.
Research shows that they don't do a lot to control back pain.
No, you're floating around. What year did the waterbeds hit?
So apparently it actually helps some people
Really?
with back pain. Well, I think it's because
I think that went hand in hand.
it's so loose that whatever position your back wants to be in, it's just the bed will shift to that, which is probably easier on it.
I just always figured people that had waterbeds also had a prescription to Percocet. So it's like, bitch, go lay in the lake.
I always, once I became an adult, I was always like, oh, waterbeds are for fucking, right?
Yeah, but I don't even think you couldn't get like good resistance. I feel like every time you try to be pumping, you would just have to be.
I think there's probably a technique to it.
Yeah,
you know, where like you got to get the wave going and then roll with it.
I think you would just have to let her get on top, and then you both just ride it out. Just you're like a little buoy in the ocean. Just you're like, yeah, but then it's like a dog's gonna jump up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw the whole rhythm off.
It seems like a dumb thing. That's a definite boomer retarded thing. That's like a retarded boomer thing that they did. They're just like, waterbeds. It's so dumb.
Yeah. What if you did trampoline beds? I mean, it's basically a cop if you did Springer material.
Yeah, it's just what happens, at a trailer park when you pass out on your kid's trampoline. Did you have trampolines?
Yeah, dude.
Damn, we were not trampoline people.
Trampolines were the shit.
My parents wanted no part of that.
They're fun, dude. I got good. I could do all the flips.
We had a friend down the street, Joseph, that had a trampoline, so everybody was his friend. His family was weird. Everybody drank like 7 Coca-Colas a day.
Oh yeah, I know.
There were those families. That was a weird. His mom drank Tab.
And when you were a kid, you were like, why can't our family be that cool?
Yeah, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, you're like, why can't we be that
they're
cool?
Drinking
and
poison.
your family's looking at you just like,
Tab, do you remember that? That was a Diet Coke.
I saw it. I never tried it.
Dude, tasted like battery acid. His mom drank like 13 of them a day.
Does it
They're
still
probably
exist?
all dead from cancer, for sure.
Yeah, probably.
No way. They were the first people I ever met. His brother was racist. I'd never met a racist person. And his brother was like outwardly racist.
Whoa.
And I remember being like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, my brother's just an asshole. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was so peculiar to me as a young kid.
I think somebody fucked his girlfriend.
I was just, like, as a kid, I was like, this guy's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother was like one of those guys where we'd be playing on the trampoline and then he would come down there and just fuck with you, like double bounce you off the trampoline.
Yeah.
Like, what is your problem?
Just trying to hurt me.
Yeah, like what is your deal? The worst was when you got double bounce and then you had your knees come back into your chest.
Oh, yeah, you weren't ready for it?
Yeah, just crumple you. Just that's instant, that sound.
When your knees knock the air out of you?
Or when one foot goes through the spring. That was a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I ever got... No, I did that once or twice, I think.
The worst I ever
It's inevitable if you're going to... Because
Yeah.
the problem with the trampoline is that all of the safety measures on a trampoline are the flimsiest parts. So they're the parts that break down 2 weeks after you get
It's just
the
that
thing.
little like blue mat that everybody just moves.
Well, now they got the nets on them.
Yeah.
And those nets don't seem very helpful.
No, not at all. I feel like the net stays on for a year
Tops.
Yeah, at most a year. Dude, one time the worst I ever got hurt on a trampoline was they filmed it for our little Jackass video. I jumped off a porch onto it and I did not think about where I was going after that.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, dude, I'm just going to jump down and just super bounce. And then I just jumped down and super bounced over my buddy who was holding the camera. Like, you just hear me go, oh, no. And he's like, oh, no. And then the thud that hit.
Yeah.
The idiot.
I had, well, I told you about, we were a lot of snow wild shit.
Shenanigans. Snow shenanigans.
So I had, for a while, I had like a really shitty, like small half pipe.
Yeah.
That was 2 different wood ramps, and it was shitty because they were different. They went at different angles slightly.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the one that wasn't as steep, eventually, because it wasn't as steep, and it was like this wide, like 3.5, 4 feet wide. We moved it out because we had a big sledding hill on our property.
Yeah. That rules.
We moved it out and put it about halfway down off to the side where like you couldn't hit it on accident.
Oh, so it was a jump.
Yeah, cover that, let it snow on that thing and then pack it down and turn it into a jump. Well, I did it for snowboarding, but I could never get a good enough landing figured out, Uh-huh. And it was also like with how high up the hill it was, I couldn't really get enough speed to do a lot. But one day, I remember we were like trying to hit it with sleds. And it was like hard to get over that far to hit it. And most of us were trying to like go on our knees, which gives you less control. But then also once you get in the air, you're a little bit more capable of landing safely. And the one guy's like, I got an idea. And he goes down on his stomach.
I love that.
So he can steer with his feet.
Yeah.
So also one of the big kids. So he weighs a little more, moving a little faster.
Yeah, he's hauling ass.
Yeah, he's going quick. Dude, he hits this thing right in the middle. This wood kicker is 5 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh, dude. He's launching, bro.
And it's on a hill, so he launches. Dude,
it's like
lands.
the Olympic trials, dude.
He definitely, in hindsight, he definitely had a concussion. For sure. Because, you're on your stomach. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
There's no safety features either.
And he landed on the sled. Like, he rode it out. He rode it out.
So
but he definitely
landed it.
smashed his head on the sled. Which was like one of those thin foam ones with the really fast like plastic on the bottom.
So bad.
Oh, yeah. I think, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think he said he was unconscious until he got to the bottom of the hill.
Probably a different person. Probably CTE.
He like, I think he literally got knocked out for like 3 seconds from when he landed until he got
so
like
he's just
to where
like
it leveled out.
Weekend at Bernie's sliding down the hill. Just
yeah, he was like, I went off the ramp and then I was stopped at the bottom of the hill.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, that same jump, that's the one that ended Ski Couch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, that's the same. It's crazy that you look back on things that happened and you're like, I can't believe somebody didn't die.
Oh, yeah. We used to build a small jump at the bottom of the sledding hill in the middle.
That's crazy.
Because it would be fun to go down as a chain where we'd get like all the siblings. There'd be like 5 of us. And we would all be holding each other's legs going down as a chain. And the fun part was when you hit this little like 1.5 foot snow jump at the end and everybody just collides in the air.
That's awesome. See, that's good, clean fun.
Yeah.
We had a kid that was on a luge, like laying down on a skateboard and went under a car. Yeah. Everybody was outside. It was our buddy Matt. It was his older brother.
Whoa.
Yep. It was like... And it was this kid that drove around the neighborhood being a fucking asshole.
Wait, did he make it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah. The car just came and it was like it almost hit him, but we were like, everybody was just out there like, it's this kid that would drive through the neighborhood. And he would haul dick, so nobody saw him coming. And he came around this turn and almost hit Matt's brother, and Matt's brother got up and was like, I think we're done.
That changes everybody's vibe.
Everybody was like, I'm good. And we also had a kid that we used to have this big hill that went down, and then you could go down in our driveway, and then you could slam on the brakes and like like skid into the garage, right?
I have an idea.
This kid down the street.
Is it a notable enough thing that we could look it up on maps and see how?
No. But I was going to say, the last time we went back to the neighborhood, we went back and it's not as big of a hill as you remember.
I've been back at the ones that I used to do, and they're that big.
Yeah, you're like, this is crazy. No, a kid went down our driveway and just never stopped on rollerblades, and he put both his hands out and snapped both his arms back. My mom came down there because she thought somebody hit the hot water heater.
So,
so she came down there to fucking scream it.
So check this out. This is where I grew up. This is the house.
Nice.
Right here. This is a hill. This is the top, and it goes down to here.
Let's see it. Let's show it. That's crazy.
Oh,
Damn, that is a big ass hill.
Yeah, this side also a hill. We used to go this way. This way was crazy because it was just a big straightaway. This one we would come down here and make this cut was the challenge. But also, you're going so fast. If there's a car there, you're done.
Dead.
People would launch. Actually, I bet we can do. I wonder if we can do Street View. We can. Here, let's go out in front of the house. Yep, that's the house.
Nice. Oh, dude, perfect street for tearing it up.
But then we would go this hill. And obviously it's steeper than...
Yeah.
But then you got to come around this corner and then this gap.
Dude, nothing was better than this as a kid. And that's death right there.
Right there.
That was death.
Game
that car,
over. Game
the car
over.
hit you.
Hold up. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this corner.
You show it. Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah, that's death.
But we would do it.
Nothing better than that as a kid, though. Like, when you get a bike as a kid, that's a big deal.
Also, by the way, this was a whole fun circle to ride around because then this is a small one, but this is the big hill. Because you come through this. Here, I'm going to walk through this. But then you start over here.
Yeah.
Because this is an even bigger hill.
Nice, dude. That rules. Yeah. I'm all about it. I'm glad that.
Also, like my dad built this house.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a nice house. Look how much land y'all had. That rules.
I mean, ours was. Hold on.
Still just like in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, we had this whole lot.
That's awesome.
Like, this is the sledding hill.
That rules. That's the best thing, I think, for kids to grow up with a place like that.
Yeah. I told you about, we had a giant schnauzer,
Yeah.
which is like a big, like 100-pound dog. And for exercise sometimes, if it was like real hot out, we had like a little four-wheeler, like a little 250. And we would just drive it around the property like 4 times, and the dog would just chase us full speed. Like, this dog is keeping up with you. You're going like 25, 30 on this little four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And we would just run the dog out on the four-wheeler.
How fun is that, too, having a four-wheeler on your property? We used to have pilots. Yeah. Did you ever do that?
So, when you know how a lot of kids, when they were like teenagers, would do like the bike thing? Like, we did that a little bit. Our parents would let us ride our bikes to this gas station.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would just hang around like this area, and we had friends over here. We would ride our four-wheelers with our friends that had four-wheelers, like on the roads around this whole area. And like there's areas in here that like
that's just good country fun.
That's what we were doing.
We used to do pilots.
But also, like, look how close we are to Minneapolis.
Oh, you're not that far.
Yeah, like half hour.
Did y'all ever drive
It was pretty
one of
good.
those? One of the ones, it's like a dune buggy, but it has the hand controls.
No, we never had
my
one of
buddy
those.
had one of those. His dad got him one of those.
Pretty crazy.
Holy shit. Because it's like a dune buggy, so you could roll it. Like, it was meant to be able to like have a roll cage, but it had the stop, like brake and gas were on the steering wheel.
Whoa.
So you would just
That seems really dangerous.
ass. Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy how fast they would go. One time I was riding with them, and I was like, we were walking. I was like, dude, I'm so sick of walking. Because you had to, like, drive it to get to the place, and then we take turns driving. He's like, just get on the front. I was like, I don't know about that. He's like, yeah, just get on the front, like ride on the bumper. So, dude, sure enough, we go down this hill. Immediately, both my feet get stuck under the thing. I get slammed down, and he just rolls over me.
Oh.
And the whole time, he's like, sorry. I was just like, this is my nightmare.
One time I rolled the four-wheeler with my little sister on the back.
Oh, shit. Was she okay?
Dude, the four-wheeler ended up on my leg, and she got thrown off, and she had to roll it off of me.
That's the nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing you don't want to happen on a four-wheeler.
Yup. It was, well, we used to, when we would do laps, I like to go where you'd be riding, four-wheeling down the sledding hill, which is big and very steep.
Yeah.
So we're flying. And then I just, like, I didn't account for the extra person, so I was going a little too fast when I started taking that turn.
Just see it.
Rolled.
Dude, I was on a four-wheeler, and we were with these girls that we were, like, trying to impress, and as I was on this four-wheeler, I had the girl in the back, and I went to go around this turn, and I hit this, like, tree that was down, and it fucking popped the tire, and just, zoop, like, I just saw her go over my head, and I was like, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then I hit the ground, and I just remember watching her hit, and I was like, holy shit, are you okay? And, like, she was crying, and I was like, oh, my God, like, this girl's dead. Then she gets up, she's like, I'm fine. Bro, her dad showed up and wanted to fist fight me.
Yeah.
To the point where I had to call my dad. And was like, this guy's literally, I think, going to fight me. And my dad
Had a
was
dad
like,
fight?
I was like, dude, get over here. And then the guy was like nice to my dad, which pissed me off even more.
That's
like,
annoying.
Do not be buddy with him, bro.
Yeah.
You like Pravinos? Fuck you. You never eat Pravinos. Like, it was crazy.
Blacklisted.
I really thought this dad was going to beat my ass. He was so mad. And he wasn't mad about his daughter. He was mad about the tire.
What?
Yes. Like, he was, like, I thought he was mad about the daughter. And then as he's, like, yelling at me, I'm like, what? We'll get another fucking tire, dude. Like, shut the fuck up.
I can buy you another tire. It's going to take me a long time to make you another daughter.
Yeah, I almost murdered your daughter. He's like, we don't give a fuck. We got 6 of them. Linda, pop out 2 more tomorrow. That's who's having babies in this country. Irish twins. Ugh. You ever heard that?
Yeah. It's 2 babies within a year of each other that are not twins.
You could say that one. If it's racist against Irish, it's all game.
Well, yeah. That's because the Irish are trash.
Dude, people... I've never really gotten people trash Irish people, and then people trash Italians hard.
Oh, yeah.
There's nobody coming to their defense.
Well, they deserve it. The Italians deserve it.
Italian for being the sake of being Italian is fucking cheesy. Like the influencers that are Italian influencers, that shit is so fucking lit.
The fact that exists is not
it's just, hey, come on. You're like, stop, dude. Fucking quit.
Yeah.
Stop it. There's so many people cooking dog shit food. Yeah, you got a little ant. Damn, that was a big ant. That was like one of those fucking tree ants.
Ugh.
Where we at? How we doing?
Over an hour.
All right. You got anything to promote? What you got coming up?
This probably won't be out before Green Line.
Coming out tomorrow.
I don't know. This is?
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming out tomorrow. I'll be at Green Line next week, the 16th.
Yep.
Green Line Brewing Canton. Check it out.
Nice.
Doing a
fun. Green Line's always fun.
Yeah, doing a long set.
Oh, you're doing a long one? How long?
Bro, last time he said 15 minutes, and then he didn't like me. He gave me like almost 20. So I think he's probably going to give me 20 this time.
That's it. He's notorious for that.
Dude, I love it. I need those long reps.
It's awesome. I love it. It's always nice and refreshing to have somebody that's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
How long do you want to do? You're like,
oh, it's the best. What? Especially because like that one, it's a small enough room that even if there's only a few people in there, like it's a show.
I think that room would be a cool room to film. That would be a cool, like, film something there if you got, like, 10 or 11 people.
Patrick and I want to see if we can get in at Red Hair and start doing, like, small podcasts from their basement.
That'd be dope. That'd be a lot of fun. Let me know.
We'll see.
Yeah, man, y'all go check out the Patreon. Just tell some people about the YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Comment.
Yeah, comment. Well... Comment, Steve. We love to see your comments. Thank y'all so much. Bye.